From bias at the UN to denying legitimate defense against terrorist attacks, it's well known that Israel's detractors hold the only democracy in the Middle East to a double standard. But that's not the real problem. Consider this. Israel doesn't mind the double standard. It's the triple standard that's a problem. Israeli values are familiar to those of us in the West. Free elections, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, equality for men and women, equality for every Israeli, including the 1 in 4 Israeli citizens who are not Jewish, equality for the LGBTQ+ community. These values make Israel tick, and they're why, despite grave threats, Israel's military strives to be the most ethical in the world. Israelis hold themselves to a high standard, and Israel's supporters have no interest in comparisons with countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, or North Korea. Israel's on an entirely different plane than countries with these abysmal human rights records. So we have no problem with Israel being held to a much higher standard, a double standard. But there are some who go further, holding Israel to a standard no democracy could possibly meet. And when that standard is applied to the only Jewish state in the world, it's a slippery slope towards anti-Semitism. This discrimination often plays out at the UN, where undemocratic countries with egregious human rights records launch obsessive attacks against Israel. Being held to a high standard is not the problem, but when that standard is unattainable or used as an excuse to isolate and demonize Israelis, it's discriminatory, and it limits the international community's ability to tackle pressing challenges.